to start, but I guess I'm just going to start with my title. The title of my preaching is Leading with Courage and Faith. And today we're going to talk about Deborah. I have a question. Who is Deborah? Do you guys know? No? Okay. Wow. Deborah was a prophetess, judge, and leader of Israel. She led Israel into battle against Sisera, and this can be found in the book of Judges. The book of Judges reveals a recurring pattern in Israel's history. 1, sin, idolatry, and disobedience. 2, oppression, enemy nations exploiting Israel's weaknesses. 3, cry for help. Israel seeks God's rescue. And 4, deliverance. God raises a judge to lead Israel to victory. And this pattern remains relevant today. As we explore Deborah's story, we will be focusing on 3 key themes: faith, courage, and leadership. What does it mean to have faith? Y'all gotta know this one. Come on now. Come on now.
Trusting in God.
Okay. No? Okay. Faith is believing in someone or something that you cannot see. All right. But let's talk about Deborah's faith. Deborah received the message from God that he would defeat Sisera and deliver Israel. Can I get Judges 6-9? So, she summoned Barak, son of Abinoam, from Kadesh in Naphtali, and said to him, "Hasn't the Lord, the God of Israel, commanded you, go deploy the troops on Mount Tabor, and take with you 10,000 men from," I might butcher these names, but the Naphtalites and Zebulunites. "Then I will lure Sisera, commander of Jabin's army, his chariots, and his infantry at the Wadi Kishon to fight against you, and I will hand him over to you." In verse 7, you see Deborah is certain that God will deliver Sisera into Barak's hands, showing she has faith that God will give them victory in this battle. Barak said to her, "If you will go with me, I will go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go." I will gladly go with you," she said. "But you will receive no honor on the road you are about to take, because the Lord will sell Sisera to a woman." So Deborah got up and went with Barak to Kadesh. We see here how Deborah obeys God's command and agrees to go with Barak to Kadesh. But notice how Barak hesitates. Verse 8 says, "If you will go with me, I will go. But if you will not go with me, I will not go." He clearly doesn't trust that God will be with him and bring them to victory, but Deborah does. What does this show about Deborah's faith? It's okay if y'all don't know. You know what? I wrote my own answers. It's cool. Deborah's response shows her unbreakable trust and confidence in God. And I have here encouraging others to trust God. Can I get Judges 4:14? Judges 4:14? Okay. Then Deborah said to Barak, "Go. This is the day the Lord has handed Sisera over to you. Hasn't the Lord gone before you?" So Barak came down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 men following him. Notice here how Deborah urges Barak to trust God's promise, saying, "Go. This is the day the Lord has given Sisera into your hands." We should strive to be like Deborah and encourage others to trust God. What enables someone to stand firm in their faith, even in challenging circumstances? What enables someone to stand firm in their faith, even in challenging circumstances? Courage. Courage. And that brings me to my next point. What does it mean to have courage? To not be afraid? Okay. Courage is the willingness to face challenges, danger, or uncertainty with confidence, bravery, and determination. Correct. I want to go back to Judges 4:9 and talk about how Deborah reacted to Barak's hesitation. I will gladly go with you, she said, but you will receive no honor on the road you are about to take, because the Lord will sell Sisera to a woman. So Deborah got up and went with Barak to Kadesh. So, Deborah shows concern for Barak's hesitation, and she goes with him to the battlefield, providing emotional support. These questions I don't have answers to, so you kind of got to answer them. How can we show courage like Deborah in our relationships and communities? How can we show courage like Deborah in our relationships and communities? Okay, let's go back. Okay, the question is, how can we show courage like Deborah in our relationships and communities? By encouraging each other. Okay, yeah. And I have a lot of questions, I'm sorry. But what qualities make a leader effective and influential? What qualities make a leader effective and influential?
A good quality is having courage and bravery. And let me think. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, for example, just taking a stand to do things even when it's really big and scary.
And speaking of leaders, let's talk about leadership, specifically Deborah's leadership. That's really short, by the way. Really short. Leadership is the process of influencing, motivating, and guiding individuals or groups to achieve a shared vision, goal, or objective. Can I get Judges 5:1-3? Okay. On that day, Deborah and Barak, son of Abinoam, sang, when the leaders lead in Israel, when the people volunteer, blessed be the Lord, listen kings, pay attention princes. I will sing to the Lord, I will sing praise to the Lord God of Israel. Here, Deborah is inspiring others to be courageous by praising God and celebrating their victory. Sadly, we gotta wrap this up. So, we're gonna be out here quick. Yeah. But basically, Sadly, people. But basically, Deborah was a prophet and a judge of Israel, and she demonstrated faith, leadership, and courage. She confidently followed God's guidance, even when faced with hard challenges. Deborah instructed Barak to gather 10,000 men, and she stood by him, leading the charge. Her leadership and trust in God resulted in them winning. Deborah's faith inspired others to trust God too. Her story showcases the power of courageous leadership, teamwork, and trust in a higher purpose. And to end, who can you inspire with your faith, courage, and leadership? Set on fire.
My school friends or friends I just see in my neighborhood and in church.
One more question. Who is Deborah? A prophet, courageous, brave, judge, yeah.